Hi, guys. Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome and happy new moon. Happy new moon in the sign of Leo, one of the most amazing energies that we so desire, we so need, and we so deserve, everyone. Hi, Renee. Welcome. So wonderful to see you. Hi, Jack. Hi, Irina. So wonderful to have everyone here together on this momentous occasion. Chodesh Tov, Donna Serlin. So happy that you're here. Wow, what a wonderful group, and what an amazing energy that we have tonight. And that's what I want us to really focus and share our intentions. What amazing energy we have tonight. Okay, so welcome to the new moon of Leo, which entered today around 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And we're really going to feel the effects of this beautiful energy for at least the next 24 to 48 hours. Those energies are going to be so powerful and so intense for us. Now is I was meditating on it today, and I shared it with somebody. It's like an oasis. It's like an oasis of energy in the middle of the desert. As you guys know, many of us have been in heat that is unbearable lately. Those of you in America and Europe, here in Mexico City, it's quite nice. Actually, it's about 72, so I'm not going to rub it in. But I do want to talk about that energy of the heat, right? The heat, the desert, that kind of energy kind of makes us feel depleted. It kind of makes us feel exhausted. It makes us feel like we want to sit, we want to do nothing, we want to take it easy, and as well we should, because that's kind of what the energy kind of wants us to do. But this energy, these days that we have this Leo new moon, I want you to imagine that they are the oasis, and they are the oasis with which through you will be able to refresh yourself, reinvigorate yourself, re-inspire yourself. And if you really have been debating on whether or not now is the time to do something, whether you should or you shouldn't, or you could or you want to, but you don't know, now is the time. Take that leap today. Okay, take that leap. We're going to use that Leo energy. So I've broken tonight's event down into 3 different parts. Of course, we're going to talk about the sign of Leo. We're going to talk about what it looks like to embody and embrace those energies that are the gifts of Leo. We're going to look at how to rise above any of the limitations, because we know that astrology is just a roadmap. Okay, it doesn't define us, and it doesn't limit us, and it doesn't block us. Everything has consciousness. We're going to talk about the consciousness that can out create many of the limitations that have been brought upon us by astrology, or that we've bought into from astrology. So we'll talk about that as well. And I want to also share with you some insights that I have personally for what's going on in the next month, and energetically that's going to kind of reverberate for a while now. Why am I so excited about this energy? Because there is something that is happening at the same time as we have the new moon. And it's something that we haven't seen since the days of Alexander the Great cosmically. This particular astrological influence is called it's a triple conjunction. Okay, it is all in fire and fixed signs. This energy of fire is the energy that kind of takes everything down. Hello, a lot of heat in the universe right now, kind of takes everything down. And fixed is the stubborn. Okay, so what we're looking at here is we're looking at this trine that is so incredibly, it's really life-changing. That's the best way for me to describe it. It's life-changing. It's life-changing because we're facing some things right now that are going to wake us up and shake us up. Now, wake up, shake up. That is the energy that is Uranus in Taurus. Taurus is the energy of everything that has to do with the earth. Right? Has to do with food. It has to do with pleasures. It has to do with comforts. It has to do with the earth. It has to do with real estate, property. It has to do with sex and love and intimacy. It also has to do with finances. And because Uranus is in the sign of Taurus, the planet, Taurus is in the sign of let me say that again. Uranus is in the sign of Taurus. When Uranus is in anything, it is an upheaval, because Uranus is the planet of revolution. Uranus is the planet of change. It's the planet of completely breaking down to break in, to create new, right? And so all of the things that fall underneath the influence of that aspect are going to be affected. So as you can see around us, we have some new interesting perspectives about finance. We have some new interesting perspectives about energy. We have some new interesting perspectives about food, right? And so during this time, and we're going to start to see this really, really take hold. This trine actually begins on the 31st and lapses over until the 1st of August. So those areas that are in our life, we want to actually look at them in our life. We want to look at those areas of where we are comfortable. Where are we comfortable? Where are we playing it safe? And where are we looking to create a revolution in our life? Have you gotten too comfortable? Have you gotten too comfortable with where you live? Have you gotten too comfortable with your job? Have you gotten too comfortable with the expectations that you have on what you perceive that the world should do for you and create for you? So what are those things, and what can we do to kind of change them and shift them up? And one of the really cool aspects of this conjunction is Jupiter and Aries. And Jupiter and Aries is such an exciting energy. It is also a fire sign like Leo. So this Jupiter in Aries is begging us to learn something new. Okay. And doing things yourself. So for example, again, cosmic influence, maybe I wasn't even aware, but I had this desire to try something new, to do something new. I wanted to learn something new, completely out of the box and completely unrelated to all the other things that I usually study. So I dove in and I decided that I was going to learn to knit. So I went to the knitting store, I bought some yarn, I watched some YouTube videos, and I created a scarf. And now I'm like, oh, wow, this is really fascinating. What it does, guys, it actually tests a different part of your brain. It creates different neural pathways that actually ignite new areas of consciousness for you. So what is it that you have been wanting to do, that you've been asking to do, that you've been curious about? Maybe something you said, oh, I could never do that you could actually go out there and learn. And this is a great time with this push, with this sign of Leo, this energy, this fire, to just do it. And there is no what would you choose? What would you choose? What would you do if there was no such thing as failure? If you woke up every morning and said, oh, failure, there's no such thing as failure, what would you choose to do? How differently would you live your life? And anything that doesn't allow you to be, know, perceive, and receive that energy, can we please just destroy and uncreate it? Because now is the time, okay? Now is the time. This creation of new neural pathways for you and your consciousness is going to open up portals of possibilities for other areas of your life. So even though it might on the surface look like my knitting thing is just this one thing, and how does that have to do with anything else? What I've found in the 3 days that I've been doing this is, while I'm doing it, I'm really actually, my brain is channeling something that, because my hands are, what do they say? What's that word? That phrase that the grandmas used to say. They used to say, idle hands. What's that phrase? I don't even remember it. Anyway, to keep the hands active and the mind open, right? To keep the hands active and the mind open has allowed me to channel so much more in relation to everything I do, in relationship to my business, to my family, to my friends, to everything. So what will it take for us to actually allow ourselves to expand our consciousness in new ways? That's super important. The other really cool thing that I want to tell you is there is something that's happening as well here with this Uranus energy. And I did take some notes. I just want to make sure that I've got these all things going down. Okay, so actually, this is the Grand Cross that I wanted to talk about. This Grand Cross is really, really where all of the energy comes in. Right. So health, technology, these new advancements in technology, all these things that are happening right now, we're going to actually start to see them to become almost more airy. Okay. So you know how we've watched our stereos go from being this big to 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 being a chip in our phone. Well, the same is happening in the advancement of technology for the body. Okay, remember we're talking about Taurus. Taurus is the body. So a lot of things are happening for the advancement of technology in the human body. So what we're going to actually see, or what's going to come to light, because my awareness is that it's already there and we're just going to start to hear about it, is we're going to have technology that's going to be able to either operate on the body or work on the body that is so nano that it'll be like swallowing a robot or something, and swallowing that, and it's going to do its business and it's going to do its energy in our body and correct it. And how amazing is that? Now, what's interesting is that many of us are going to be afraid of trying out those new technologies, and there are going to be some nefariousness that comes with it, right? And so when that nefariousness comes with it, we want to be able to connect to our consciousness to ask, is this light for me? Is this something that my body would like to choose? So all these new advancements in technology for the body and for health are going to be completely mind-blowing. And I'm saying mind-blowing because it's going to start, with the Aries Jupiter conjunction. It's going to start in the mind. So things that have to do with the head. What we're talking about is we're talking about Alzheimer's, for example, brain disorders, any kind of physical disability that starts in the brain. That energy is something that this beautiful technology is going to be a contribution to help us to access something greater that we thought we would never be able to do, like when something happens due to a concussion or something and you become paralyzed or whatever. That's the kind of things we're going to start to see happening magically. Okay, and we want to really support that energy and be excited about that energy. All right, so one of the other things with this grand cross, they call it, it's a grand cross. Hold on, I want to make sure that I share with you some of my notes. Okay, so what we're talking about. Hi guys, hello everyone online. Hey, hi Joey, hi Enric. So one of the things that we really want to become aware of is the energy that's in the air, the energy that's surrounding, and that is the energy of revolution, right? Energy of revolution. So what we want to create is an awareness around what this energy is of revolution, because it's kind of like reverberating around us. It's kind of the group consciousness. So because you are all incredibly psychic, intuitive beings, I want to share a really powerful tool from Access Consciousness that I really believe is going to become essential to you and staying true to you. And that's a tool called Who Does This Belong To? So when you start to feel energy, like for example, I'm picking up a lot of like survival type energy from people, like, oh my God, how are we going to survive? The economy is crashing and the food chains are going to hell, and oh my God, what are we going to do? So that's like a survival type energy. So my desire is to transform that into a thriving type energy, right? So thriving energy with against that, while everybody else is in survival mode, is me becoming centered and asking, who does this belong to? And asking over and over again, who does this belong to? 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 Watch the energy dissipate. And then you can say, return to sender with consciousness attached. And you can do it again. Who does this belong to? Who does this belong to? Who does this belong to? Return to sender with consciousness attached. Now, here's the deal. You don't want to try to figure out who it belongs to, because you'll drive yourself mad. So just let the universe handle it. Okay, who does this belong to? Who does this belong to? Return to sender with consciousness. Just let it go. Do not take any of this stuff on. Protect yourself, protect your body, protect your being, protect your knowing, because you are an infinite being. And an infinite being is everywhere, all the time, in everything. So why would you be limited to this point of view that you have to survive? This is not where we are, my friends. And this is why I'm really, really here tonight to empower each of us during this time to become leaders. Leaders. This is the energy of a Leo. A Leo is a true natural born leader. Every single one of us together, it is our time and our place to step into that role, to become a leader, to allow ourselves to choose thriving instead of surviving. No more, no way, no how will we let this energy of surviving into our lives. Okay. And one of the things that is going to start to happen is you can see it now, how big government is really trying to fight the little people, right? Big government and food chain and energy and this and that. Who does that belong to? Return to sender and allow us to focus on the individual. Decentralization is going to become an essential way for the future. Decentralization. Okay. What does that mean? That means that all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, but magically, happily, excitedly, we become our community, our people, our passions, our loves, everything, down to the food that we eat, the things that we do, the entertainment we possess will be community based. It will be with like-minded, like-hearted individuals. This is the demand of the sign of the age of Aquarius. The demand. And you know what? To counterbalance that, what is going to be the hardest thing for many, many people and the most essential for us as leaders is to empower each other to be compassionate, to be aware, to be kind, to be allowing of those who do not share our beliefs, our opinions of our community. And that is one of the things that this revolution is about. This revolution is everybody's trying to make everybody think like them. But we've got to step in and create a revolution of love. And the revolution of love is about me. It's about my community. It's about my family. It's about those that I love, whether it is online or whether it's in person. That is decentralization. Okay? That's where we're going. Now, speaking of love, I want to talk a little bit about the beautiful, beautiful energy of Leo. Leos are the lovers. They are the lovers. They are the true, true, true lovers of the zodiac. Why? Because Leo is ruled by the heart. Leo rules the heart, I should say. The heart is the organ that is ruled by Leo. And what does this mean? This means that this is the biggest energy that they have to share, that they have to give. Many of us look at Leos and we say, oh my God, they're such egomaniacs, or they're so selfish, or they're so greedy, or they're so this, or they're so that. But if you actually look at what is behind that, you will find something very, very, very different. You will find that that energy is most likely because of the love that they have for an individual, a place, a situation, an animal even. That energy of love sometimes is what the Leo will do absolutely anything for. This is the energy that I would like for us to connect to tonight. That energy of love. Do you know that the heart, there is actually evidence done. There's a study that's been done that the heart is actually a bigger brain than this brain. There's actual evidence that the heart actually fuels the brain, and the brain responds to what the heart sends out, not the other way around. We've always thought it was the brain responding and then the heart reacting, but that is not true. It is actually the other way around. The heart perceives, it receives, and then the brain responds. And so what would happen if we expanded our energy? If we expanded our heart energy so big, that field, the energetic and magnetic field of the heart is about 6 to 8 inches outside of us. So what if we use that energy, and we use that energy that is in our heart to express love, to express kindness, to express compassion every single place we go? Now, you're probably saying, impossible. Maybe not impossible, but like, oh wow, with everything that's going on with work and the this and the that and da 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 da. What if we actually recognize that we have control? Another energy that Leos love. Leos are crazy control freaks. What if we learn that we have complete control over our choices? You have control over your choices. So no outside energy can permeate you if you actually take a second to stop, ask, who does this belong to? And then connect to your heart. And when you connect to your heart, all you need to do is connect to your brain, to your breath, right? Allow your breath to come in and fill it into your heart area and send that energy from your heart as you exhale, right? When you breathe in, you come into the heart and you expand out. We're going to do it in the meditation once I'm done sharing with you guys a few more things about this particular amazing energy. So that heart energy that rules everything, that rules everything and everywhere. It also goes for our own personal heart health. Okay, many heart disease is a huge plague in this world, right? And one of the reasons that we know metaphysically and energetically why that is because we are not allowing our hearts to be open. And so, what will it take for us to open our hearts even greater and greater than we have ever imagined before? And sharing that energy and allowing that energy to become the norm. This is the true revolution. It is a revolution of love. It is not a revolution of fear. It is not a revolution of surviving. This is a revolution of love, and this is a revolution of thriving. So, with that energy, let's please, please, please allow all this magic to be manifested in our consciousness, in our body. Now, one of the other things I want to share with you before we dive into, wow, I see all these comments. I'm so sorry, guys. I missed all of those comments. Yes, thank you. Idle hands are the devil's playground. That's exactly what I was trying to think of. So this energy, before we get into the meditation and we do an actual heart-based meditation, what I want you to imagine is that your heart is, actually, let's imagine it's a baby. It's your baby. For those of you who have children or have a love of children like I do, imagine that your heart is a baby, right? And how precious do you hold that baby? How do you nurture and care for and support and honor that baby and give that baby everything it needs and everything it loves? That energy that is in that heart or that you give to that baby is what I want us to imagine that we are doing to our heart, that we are treating our heart like we would that child or that baby, and we are giving our heart all of that love that it deserves. Oftentimes we just look at it like it's a muscle there that keeps us alive and pumps our blood and does this and does that, but this is a being. This is a being. This is an entity that is a part of you that that is like, it's like your biggest co-pilot. And I know that if we actually connected to this energy, we could also change our heart health forever. Okay, so let's dive into our heart. We're going to do a manifestation meditation. Hi, Emily. Oh my God, it's so wonderful to have you here. Lisa, hi, sweetie. So good to see you. Donna, my loves, my loves, my loves, my loves. Hi, hey, hot stuff. Hi, Dana. How are you? Hi, Bernice. Welcome, my love. So happy to have you guys here. Thank you for being here. I really, really, I know we're in it together. And that's what's really exciting to me right now is that you're a part of this revolution of love. Okay. So if you're used to doing a meditation with me, this is a completely different meditation. Okay. I'm doing a completely different meditation tonight. And we are going to use the theta healing technique, but I'm going to use it in a different way. So please, by all means, don't get too comfy with how I meditate. I know you guys do. So we're going to meditate a little bit differently tonight. Okay. So let's close our eyes. And let's take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and into the heart. Okay. You ready? In through the nose and out through the heart. In through the nose and out through the heart. In through the nose and out through the heart. And from this space in your heart, I want you to imagine that there is a mini sun. The sun is the ruler of the planet, of the sign of Leo. So we're going to connect to the magic of the sun. So I want you to imagine there's this bright sun situated in the center of your heart. And as you focus your energy on that sun, everything that is blocking it, everything that is in its way, melts away. And as that energy just melts away, all of a sudden you see the beauty of your heart. You see its bright red, purple, blue, shining being of a heart. And now what I'd like for you to do is I'd like for you to take your heart energetically in your hands. And I'd like for you to connect to your heart and tell your heart, thank you. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for being this incredible antenna of infinite possibilities for me. Thank you for being my co-pilot, my guidance system, my navigation system. Thank you. And would you ask your heart to just please forgive you? Please forgive us. Forgive us for what we didn't know before. Forgive us for all of the projections and expectations and lies that we've bought from others, from society, from religion. Forgive us. I don't know about your heart, but my heart is so beaming and so happy with that energy. And as you hold your heart in that space, I want you to imagine the energy, the magnetic field, the magnetic vibration of your heart expanding out beyond your body into the space around you, 3 feet, 6 feet, 9 feet, 100 feet outside of your body. Now imagine this energy from your heart expanding 1,000 feet outside of your body. And now imagine it expanding 10,000 feet outside of your body, 1,000,000 feet outside of your body. Imagine that energy expanding so far and so great that its effects are felt all over the world. It's so beautiful as I do this, as I share this with you, I feel your heart. And now expand our collective heart conscious energy out even further and further. And let's expand our heart energy beyond the realms of this physical reality, out into the universe, out past the physical realms of the universe, out into different layers of light and of consciousness. Push that energy out as far as it can go, as far as it can go, to this beautiful pearlescent light. This pearlescent light that is the energy of all that is the energy of everything, that is that heart-based energy that we all tap into and connect to at all times. And as you expand that energy out, I would like for you to repeat after me, either in your mind's eye or out loud. I am I, and that which I am is everything. I am I, and that which I am is everything. I am I, and that which I am is everything. I am love. I am healing. I am awareness. I am compassion. I am mercy. I am forgiveness. I am that which I wish to see reflected in the world. I am I, and that which I am is everything. I am I, and that which I am is everything. And from that space, I'd like for you to imagine that there's all of a sudden you're in a movie theater and you see a screen in front of you, and you're sitting in this movie theater, and you're alone in this movie theater. Just you. And now all of a sudden the lights dim and the projector begins to roll, and you look on the screen and you see that this is your life. And as you witness and see that this is your life, what I would like to invite you to do is to co-create your life for the month ahead with this magic. What would you like to see manifested and created and actualized and instituted in the world, in your reality, in the next 30 days? Keep imagining all these things. And let's ask, what else is possible that I haven't even considered before? And what shows up for you? And what would my life be like if I lived my day-to-day life with 100% courage, with 100% commitment, with 100% confidence? Now, what do you see on the screen? And as you witness more and more of that, what you see on the screen, watch how your heart responds to it. Can you feel the expansiveness of your heart as you acknowledge and witness the magic that you be, the magic that you create? And now push that energy back out into the world. And now watch and witness on your screen how you become a leader. How do you become a leader? What is required of you, your body, your infinite being, to become the biggest leader of consciousness in your life, the biggest leader of this revolution of love in your life? What is required? And anything that doesn't allow you to be, know, perceive, and receive that, can we please destroy and uncreate it now? And what energy, space, consciousness, choice, magic, miracles, mysteries, and possibilities can you and your body and your infinite being be to be all things at once, simultaneously, with no time, no space, no motion, just awareness? Anything that doesn't allow that, let's destroy and uncreate it. Many of us have been trained that the ego is bad, right? And one of the things that we do know about the sign of Leo is that because they're ruled by the sun, their number one gift is their ego. That's right, I said gift. Ego is only, let's say, heavy when it is used out of fear, out of control, out of manipulation. Ego is necessary. So would you like to know how to embrace your ego in the highest and best and easiest way possible to allow yourself to be a beacon of leadership, a beacon of possibilities for everything and everyone you meet? If you'd like that, say yes. And what would it take for you to release all control, to be out of control, out of definition, out of form, structure, significance, linearity, concentricities, out of judgment, out of limitations, and out of points of views you're avoiding and defending for now and all eternity? And anything that doesn't allow you to be, know, perceive, and receive that, can we destroy and create it, please? And what if true control was being out of control? Would you be willing this month to be completely out of control, to allow the universe to gift to you, to receive everything that you wish and you desire? Now, can you see that on your screen? And as you witness the magic on that screen, you feel it in your heart, you feel it in your body. And now the credits roll just for the month of Leo. Don't worry, there will be another month, another movie, always a new one, always a sequel. How do you feel? How do you feel about the month ahead for you? How do you become aware of what you're co-creating? From that space, I want you to rub your palms together faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. And now place your palms on your heart. And thank your heart for being here, for being so magical, so magnetic, So incredible in every single way. And when you're ready, you can open up your eyes, allow yourself to come into the present, into the space, into the body. So wonderful, wonderful, wonderful energy. Thank you guys so much for being here. I wanted to share with you something very, very special. I am really excited to tell you that I am going to be offering my very first astrology course. Many people have asked for it. Many, many, many people have asked for it. And I am beyond honored. I am beyond excited. I am beyond grateful for your ask. And I've decided to offer that class August 10th and 11th. It will be in the evening, 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m., August 10th and 11th. And we have a very, very special offer right now. If you sign up tonight, you are going to receive it for $100 off. The course is going to be $300, but if you sign up this evening, it'll be $200. So if you'd like that, you can visit my website, theprovocativeintuitive.com. Becky actually will put it up here in the chat. And what we can do is have a lot of fun with astrology. Remember, astrology is a roadmap, okay? It's not a destination. It's a possibility, okay? It gives us the energy to say, hey, you know what? This is what's available that I didn't even know was available. Let me change it, okay? Let me change it. Let me choose outside of it. Remember, we use astrology as a guide map, and that's what this course is about. The first one is just about the basics. I just want to play with it and see how the reception is. And if you guys like it, then we can continue and do more of those amazing things. So thank you guys. Thank you, Renee. Thank you, Enric. Everyone online, you are amazing. You guys are great. Thank you, Lisa, Selena, Mary Beth Davis. So wonderful to have you here. Emily, everyone who I'm mentioning, who I'm not mentioning. Hi, Sarah, Jacqueline Smith. So wonderful to have you, to see you. I love you all. And I'm so grateful for you. How does it get any better? What else is possible now? How can we join this revolution of love? Thank you, guys. Until next time, mwah, many blessings. Good night.